Hello, and this is Samuel, and I've already done this once and it wasn't recording, so let's start again. So I'm going to show you today how to upload students to Classroom 42 and how to track the work they're doing. So what you got here is Classroom 42, and you click on I've already set my classes. I'm going to show you what my classes look like. Okay. Right, so this is 11D, and you can look at exam builder results, okay? And what I'm going to show you is how students have improved their grades. Okay, not that one. No. Okay, arms race. Here we go. So as you can see, Brian Boxan here has gone from a 3 to a 4, from 75% to 100% on that question. So it's taken from a level 7 to a level 9. And as you can see, what he's got here, you can look at his answer right there, and you can look at the feedback that he got. Okay, you can also look at his previous answers and why this one was better, and see his journey. That's really useful. Okay, like Oliver Dawson May's gone from a 2 to a 3, and Jordan's got a 1 all the way through. So I'd be looking at those. Why is that the same all the way through? I can look at his answer. I can find out it's very, very brief. There's not enough detail, not enough spend details, not enough names. Yeah, it lacks specific historical detail. There we go. So I'd talk about that with him, why have you got 1 3 times in a row? So that gives me a key intervention for that student. Okay, so there's that. It's got all the other students, and I want them to complete it 3 times and so Brian's done the right thing there. So it's the first time I've been using it, so I'm going to get them to complete 3 times in the future. All right, I think that's important. That shows the greatness of the AI feedback, and it's instantaneous, and I've got a clear record there. I could print that off and put in my context folder. That'd be very useful information. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do you add exam questions and so that all students do the same thing? So what you do, you go to your teacher dashboard. Okay, you go to your teacher dashboard. Let's click on that, get that working. And when you go to teacher dashboard, if you're science, you go to science, but we're at Excel history, so I'll click on that. It opens up a new tab. You do end up getting quite a few tabs, which is annoying. And what you do, you go to the paper that you want to choose. So in my case, it's medicine, and I want some 4-mark questions. And then you generate exam questions here. Sorry, that's examinator. I should be doing this on exam builder. Sorry. Okay, so see, I can make mistakes. So, and I just want paper 1, and I only want medicine there. Okay, so filter by marks, apply filters, and let me see. Okay, we've been doing medicine. Explain why that vaccination practices were different in 1900 compared to the years 17 to 1900. Okay, so you could set that for a question. You then go to create exam. You then give a name to the exam there, set your exam date, your exam due date, and you give it to your students here or here, the relevant year 11 students you want to take that. And then it will put it in there, and they can take it 3 times like you just saw previously. Now, what I'm going to do with next is how to add students to your classroom. So you click on My Classes on that tab there, go to 11D, and what you can do, you can go to class members, click on that. And once you click on that, what you have to do is then add people. So you add people, you can copy this link and put it on the Google Classroom. So if you go to the Google Classroom, share this tab instead. Okay, go to classwork, and then you can just put that there and then say, join this Classroom 42. Once they click on that link, that's available for them to use. Now that works with maybe higher ability classes, but some you may need to spoon food in, and it's slightly more laborious. So another way to add students is to do bulk upload. Okay, so if you click on bulk upload, another tab will come up, and it tells you how to do it. You have to download a CSV. So you go to download CSV template. Okay, it looks like this. Okay, CSV template. I then turn that into a Google Sheet. Okay, and on that Google Sheet, you have to make it shareable. Yeah, so everyone can use it and be an editor. You then share that link with your students. I do that in a Google Classroom. Okay, I put my Google Classroom, share that tab. Okay, and I'd share that link there and tell them all to click on it. Okay. What I also do, I download from Arbor. I go to Arbor, I go to my class, I download the class, I separate the first and surnames on ChatGPT temporary, so it doesn't remember my students' names, and then I will upload that into the Google Classroom. Now, what's really important for the students is that they get the right email. Okay, so it has to be student name at liftbexerheath.org. Some students are still putting Bexerheath Academy or putting .com or spelling it incorrectly, and they can't get in. Okay, so that's really irritating. So what I do is just make sure all their password, and once you've got the students that have put their email and they've got their first and surname, they can see it next to there. So if it's like Bobby Collins, he would write, I don't know, like 22 B Collins at liftbexerheath.org, and you're in. You've done it. You're firmly in. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Okay, and that's it, and then it will work. Right, so there is the end of my video. Great.